What's happening, guys? This is another episode of the Road to Bow Season. If you watched the last episode, you saw that I got a new bow setup, PSE Omen, and there's a new sight on there, Option Archery Canyon Pounder. Super psyched on that sight. So today I'm headed down to the archery range. I got to get that sight figured out. I got to get the sight tape figured out, and I'm taking you along the way. So stick around. Yeah, let's go to the archery range when it's 117 degrees. That sounds like a great idea. Oh, gotta love Arizona. But there's nobody here for good reason. All empty. So hopefully I'm not here too long because I'll be able to just shoot at my own leisure. First thing on the docket is I need to figure out my 20 and 50 yard marks for the middle pin that is the floater on the Canyon Pounder right here. Figuring out those marks, where those are on the sight tape or the reference tape, is going to give me the ability to put my sight tape on to pick the right sight tape. So, and then from there, just going to be, once I figure that out, figure out all the other pins, 30, 40, 60, and 70. That should be pretty straightforward, just elevation adjustment. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna shoot 20. I think my 20 might be already good. I'm pretty sure I got that dialed in my backyard, but I'm gonna double check it here before I start figuring out where 50 is on the tape. All right, so all of them, windage was fine, but the elevation though, just a smidge high. So I'm gonna make a very small adjustment to the sight, and that should put us right in there. Loosen this and just move it up just a little bit. See what that does. That's pretty classic. I moved it a smidge too far, so now I'm just a pinch low. So now I'm gonna move the sight down just a little bit. That looks perfect. One of them, my arm dropped, so it hit low, but the other two are right in there. So now we're gonna start working back to 50. All right, so in order to do this, I'm honestly just gonna guess on how far down to move my sight to get her, around 40, 50 yards. I'm going to go to 40 before 50 just to try to, incrementally move it to 50, because 50 would just be a big jump. So I'm going to move to 40, just kind of move the sight down a little bit and just see what happens. This is how this works. So this is the helix rod right here. So this is all the way up right now, which is where you want it when you're first getting this set for 20. So I'm just going to move it down. Let's try that and see what happens. Okay, I might have got lucky right there. Let me see what these look like. So I got super lucky. Those are both in the bullseye. So I'm just gonna move my pin down a little further, or not the pin, the helix rod. So just gonna move it down a little further. And hopefully that'll put us in the neighborhood of 50, and we can adjust it from there. All right, I think we got it figured out. I think I need to make a slight windage adjustment, just like tiny, because some of the arrows are hitting, pretty much all the arrows are just like right on this line, just a couple inches right of the middle. Check out this group. One of them got away from me. This one got away from me, but these are pretty good. You see how they're just like slightly to the right? Good, all right. It's hot. This sight does have micro adjust for the windage. So right here is your little dial right here. So I'm gonna loosen this up and then just micro adjust just slightly this way, just to make up for that little bit of a right. All right guys, got the sight tapes, a pair of scissors. He's got these labeled here. Tapes 1 through 16 are for 300 feet per second through 330, and then tapes 17 through 32 are for 268 through 299. There's some other tapes back at the house, but this is the one that fell into my bow. I was getting 279 back at the shop. So I'm gonna try to match up where the 20 is and the 50 to the reference scale on the sight from shooting, and get the sight tape on there. All right, so that's the one right there. Number 24. That's the sight tape that matches exactly to my marks on here. So I'm going off of this indicator, and then I made a mark right here of where 50 yards was, and this matches up perfect to that. That's 20, that's 50. I'm gonna get that cut out and ready to rock. All right, so this right here, this is gonna be for the main sight tape right here. That's what I'm gonna put right here. And then this side is gonna go on the opposite side of the sight, because there's a second sight tape you can put on there to get even further out. So this is like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140 yards. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that far, but it'll basically, this one is gonna go off of the middle pin as a floater, and this one's gonna go off the bottom pin as a floater. There we go, got the sight tape on. Now I am just gonna sight each of these pins in, the 30, 40, 16, 70. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. This should be elevation adjustments with those individual pins. And then I just got to put that other sight tape on the other side, which isn't a big deal. That's pretty quick. And then we'll be ready to rock. All right guys, Range Master was nice enough to stop by and give us some cold water. Very nice of him. Classic Arizona move. We got 60 figured out, and I'm pretty sure we got 70 figured out. I'm just trying to check elevation real quick, and I think we're gonna be good to go, and I can get out of here and get into air conditioning because it is hot. All right guys. It is so freaking hot. It's like 2 p.m. right now. It is like supposed to be 117 today, so party. I'm gonna have to call it on this one. I'm pretty dang close to where I want to be. Grouping pretty good, but my bow is so freaking hot I could barely hold it, man. Even the arrows are hot. So this is my last 70-yard group. We're getting there. We're getting there. This is looking pretty good, but I still got some fine tuning to do. Here's my last 70-yard group right there. This was a shot after I made an adjustment, so pretty stoked about that. I shot these two, and then this one kind of got away from me a little bit. Still not that bad. Made an adjustment and then did this one. Elevation's perfect on that one. So still got a little bit of fine tuning to do, but I'm gonna have to call it because everything's so freaking hot. Oh man, that was super fun, super hot. Thanks for following along. I'm almost there with that bow setup. It's not quite where I want it. I think I need like another session or two before I feel really dialed with it, but I really like where it's at right now. It's just too freaking hot out. I can barely hold that bow up. If you liked the video, please hit thumbs up. If you like the channel, please hit subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support with the road to bow season, and I'll see you in the next episode.